Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Road to 180-pound pull-up, episode 7. Wow, we're already up to episode 7. That's crazy. Today is the first day of my deload. It is my pull one workout. I just finished up, and I came into the workout. Same issues. Mentally feeling not 100% into it, physically not feeling 100%, a little bit worn down. But this workout was exactly what I needed. Dialed back a little bit. There were some sets where I honestly felt really good and I wanted to do more. And that's always a great sign for your deload. I almost worry that I did a little bit too much, but I think the numbers will speak for themselves. I'll take you through the workout here shortly. But yeah, this feels good. It's a great sign. And hopefully the more and more I'm deloading this week, the more inspired I keep getting. So that way next week we can keep crushing it. So let's take a look at what I did.
So to start off, we have the front lever, 2 sets here going until I feel the body shaking and starting to struggle a little bit. It's relatively similar to what I would normally do, but just trying to maintain the movement. It's one that I can usually lose if I don't use it. So just trying to focus on getting it as close as I can to normal. From there, we went into one arm pull ups. This is the part that was probably the most major change. Last week, I did a set of 6, and then 2 sets of 4. This time, we basically just cut out the set of 6. This is going to be the one that fatigues and drains the most strength. So, just going with 2 sets of 4. This is also a test to see how it's going to be going into my next planning. Hint, hint, and it felt really good. So 2 sets of 4, I'm able to maintain the movement, felt pretty good, and set me up pretty well for the weighted pull-ups, which comes next. We then went into the weighted pull-ups at the 115 pounds, which felt really good. Only did 2 sets here, but they were very smooth. The 5th rep wasn't really a struggle for either set, which is great. It had been struggling the previous weeks, so I think I'm going to be primed with only doing the 2 sets of one-arm pull-ups going forward here. And then we stripped off some weight for 90-pound pull ups. They felt really good, maintained 3 sets, but reduced a rep. And it honestly felt like I could do an additional rep or 2 for each of the sets, which is great. Uh, Going into next week, I should be able to increase the quantity over time and build more gains. And then we started the accessory movements. We start off with the one legged front lever. This one, pretty similar to the regular front lever, and it's just doing the same amount of sets, the 1 set, and going until the body starts shaking and struggling a bit to keep itself up. I want to be able to maintain this movement, so trying to get into position and hold it as long as possible is key without over fatiguing myself. Then moved into weighted chin ups with 45 pounds, very similar. Just doing 2 sets, reducing the reps from the previous iteration. And all in all, just following that method of reducing intensity slightly, but still feeling like I'm putting into an effort had a really good impact for the day.
It is Sunday. Today is my active recovery day. Today, just trying to take it easy, get some good stretching in, a couple handstands, go for a jog with a little bit of running in there just to get some blood flowing. So far, the week's been going really good. We had the pull day the other day. I also had a deload leg day as well as a push day. Push day felt a little suspect, but in general, I think I'm slowly trending towards building back up that motivation slowly but surely. So I think later today I'll be going and starting to write out my program for the next block of workouts, and I've learned a lot from that. I know for my weighted pull-ups, I need to dial back, especially on my pull one day, how many one-arm pull-ups I do. So I think I'm just going to start with 2 sets instead of 3, and then max out at 4. So 2 sets of 4 that should be able to keep the one arm pull up, fresh and in good condition, but not overwhelm me. When I did that on the deload, it felt really good. So yeah, just keep on feeling fresh, get mentally recharged, and keep going from there.
To finish off this vlog, I figured I'd go through what I've learned and how I'm going to implement it into my next split. So I'm sharing here the notes that I have for what my workouts are going to be going forward. So let's take a look here first with the pulling. So the big thing for pulling is needing to back off a bit with the one arm pull ups. So on the pull one day, we are only going to do 2 sets of 4 as opposed to the 3 sets, kind of just going crazy on them. I think I should be able to maintain and still feel good about it with the 2 sets. And that'll then allow me to take a little bit additional rest on the pull ups afterwards and get a high amount of reps, weight, etc., get that intensity in and progressively overload that. And then pull 2, very similar, but this time I'm actually going to go for 3 reps on my main movement and start at 135 pounds. It felt pretty good when I was testing it with 2 sets, so the goal is to start with 135 and build that up. For leg days that I have one that is a run around lunchtime, and then more traditional calisthenics with your pistol squats, and then adding in some lunges, doing a bit of weighted stretching, etc. And then the other one is just a long distance run because I'm focusing a bit on running right now. So that's going to be working on around 7 miles, then doing intervals as part of it week to week. So that's hitting another goal. I think I'll go into that a little bit more in another video, but it's just one of those additional goals I'm slowly building up. Moving into push, pretty similar, honestly, to what I've historically done. I'm getting close to a new goal, and I've noticed that progression over time still going forward. So, starting with my handstands, and then getting into my sets of handstand push-ups, doing every minute on the minute with my handstand push-ups, and then going into some more push-up based movements to keep the chest going with some additional accessories after that. And then recovery days. My day 8 is just a total shut off day, but the active recovery day does a little bit of everything, a little bit of long stretches, a little bit of handstands just to keep the movement going, and then a run that'll be more of a interval session. So this hasn't impacted me too much, but it's a little fun. Keeps the blood flowing. So that's everything that I have built up for this split. Let's see how it goes. Next video will be the first pull-up day that I have, and I'll report back then if the deload was successful or not. Take care, everyone. Have a great one.